Hey frag heads and fragrance lovers, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel showcasing another beautiful fragrance. So today what we got on our hands is none other than Enrico GI's Oud Prive. Now this is not an oud fragrance, so don't be afraid. Doesn't really have oud in the fragrance much at all, and it's also a very great fragrance for a number of reasons. It's long lasting, it's a great value, a great affordable fragrance. Some people say cheapies. It's got great bang for your buck, and also it's interesting. It makes you smell unique. It's not like anything else on the market, so you got everything that you would want. If you want, to smell unique, kind of like a niche guy on a budget, this fragrance will not let you down. This is a great fragrance for that, 100%. So first off, this fragrance is a caramel spicy incense fragrance. Yes, you heard me right, a spicy caramel incense fragrance. So it kind of leans on the gourmand side, but not completely, but it certainly does have gourmand elements going on here, but it doesn't feel dense, it doesn't feel overtly sweet or overtly rich. It has a really nice balance of things. Actually, usually I don't like to read notes on my channel. I'm not about that, and I actually think that you should be able to describe the accords and how the fragrances smell, and tell a little story behind the fragrance. And I think that helps people understand the fragrance in a screenshot. Really quickly capture that fragrance in a couple seconds. But these fragrances are not listed very well or at all on the internet. So I'm going to do you the favor to help you understand this fragrance by actually reading you the notes. Now, I don't usually do this, but here we go real quick. Top notes: spiced caramel, pink pepper, labdanum, jasmine, geranium. Heart notes: cumin, cinnamon, caramel, and opanax. Base notes: oud, patchouli, tonka bean, amber, Mysore sandalwood, and gaiac wood. So one reason I did that is to show you that this fragrance is very complex. It's very unique in its own ways, and it has a lot of really nice notes to it. The cumin and the patchouli and the amber give this fragrance a rich base. It's very sweet. It has 2 doses of caramel throughout, and if you picked up on it, there's actually 3 different notes that are kind of very incensey, or usually considered incense type notes. We have labdanum, we have opanax, and we also have gaiac wood, and also amber can come off that way as well. So we got a lot of, it's a very incensey fragrance. It's wispy, it's almost musky in its own way. It's a lot more airy than you would think it is, even though it has some denser, richer notes like amber, and has almost some vanilla tucked in somewhere, and patchouli, and it's got a lot going on in this fragrance. So overall, a very nice, very well composed fragrance, unique notes, smells great, and it's just a winner through and through. I do have to say that this fragrance doesn't have a lot of citrus. You probably notice it doesn't. Pink pepper can lend a little bit of freshness, but there's nothing to really grab you or really make you entertain in the first couple seconds. This is a fragrance that you have to put on your skin, and you have to give it a couple minutes to really, allow the fragrance to really show its character, to really warm up on your skin and start to develop. So I think that's a really important thing with this fragrance if you just do decide to get this one. And I also, again, think it's an amazing value for the money, a very good fragrance, and outstanding quality for what you're getting, a real hidden gem. If you ever see a hidden gem review fragrance of a fragrance, this is certainly one that's a real hidden gem. So performance wise, this is no slouch. This is not weak by any means. I get a solid 8 hours plus. I can get anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. And I'm not just saying that. This is eau de parfum. This is 20% concentration, which is pretty high. And it also has notes that tend to be more long-lasting notes, more, incense and deeper notes that really are more base notes that really last in. There again, this fragrance has really very few, if none, no notes that are really fresh. The geranium's a little bit fresh. It's very much in the background. And the pink pepper can be a little bit fresh, but it's very much in the just supporting notes in the background of the fragrance. So a very incensey fragrance, very long lasting. Projection is a little bit above average. It's not a beast, but sillage is quite good as well. So I like the performance coming off of this fragrance. It's long lasting, but it's not in people's faces. It's not too bold, but it certainly is noticeable. It will certainly give you a very nice presence about you. So I like that when a fragrance can do that. So compliment factor wise, honestly, I haven't worn this too much in the weather that I think it deserves. This is a fall and winter weather fragrance in my opinion, even though this probably could be pulled off in the spring, especially spring nights. But to me, this is a fragrance that is a little bit better for cooler weather, and it comes off as cozy, but yet it's not too classy. It's not posh. It's not it's not showy or flashy. but the incense does have a little bit of a dignified quality about it. So I would probably wear this in very cozy, very comfortable clothes, but maybe very fancy. So imagine like a very fancy bathrobe, or maybe you have a very nice cozy old coat that also is kind of high quality. This fragrance really makes you think of that. Maybe like a fall winter spa with the spices, the nutmeg and all the cooking, and it has a little bit of that baking quality almost about it as well. Now, I do want to, with the compliment factor, I did want to mention the cumin. A lot of people get scared of cumin. It does have a tiny bit of it in there, but it just has a sensuality to the background of the fragrance. This fragrance does not become overtly musky or animalic or, like body odor, like some people say on my skin. It doesn't become that way at all. It's just in the background, kind of blending with the accord of the patchouli, adding a essential resinous kind of quality to the base of this fragrance. So this fragrance does feel like a little bit of a patchouli fragrance, but again, there's so many facets: patchouli, vanilla qualities, incense. There's a lot going on in this fragrance, and spices, of course. So my final thoughts: you can get this fragrance for $30 or even less. Sometimes you can find them for close to $20 on FragranceNet. Again, I think FragranceNet bought up most of their inventory, so they're about the only place that you could find it. You got to get it before it's gone, because again, this is a fragrance a brand that went out of went bankrupt. They're out of business, and when this supply is gone, we don't know how many is left. They're gone, and you won't be able to find these anymore. Again, if you're watching my review today, I'm really helping you find something that you can smell almost like a niche fragrance on a budget. It can make you smell interesting. This fragrance is not composed like anything. I haven't smelled anything from celebrity to designer to niche fragrances that are composed like this, that smell like this. I've never come across anything like this in its style. And I've also think it's outstanding quality for the money, and the performance is here. It's got it all, but it is a little bit more unusual. It's not going to be, this isn't going to be a compliment fragrance. This isn't going to be a big compliment magnet. It can make you smell good, and people might like it around you for the holidays, because it's kind of cozy, it's kind of warming, it's kind of instancey. But I don't know, again, the versatility might not be great for some people on this fragrance, and also some people might not like this much incense. Again, this is a pretty fragrance. The biggest factor, the heaviest thing about this fragrance is the incense. It's kind of again, 3 different types of incense really dominates the fragrance, but there are a lot of other qualities again to the fragrance as well. So anyways, I think it's outstanding. Again, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to smell unique. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on niche to smell original and smell amazing. This is good quality. This is long lasting. This is unique. So this is definitely an option for you incense lovers as well. If you're a big incense lover and you can't seem to find something that's for a good price, that's long lasting, that gives you the smell that you want, this also would be amazing for incense lovers for that as well. And again, there is oud listed, and I wanted to mention it a little bit before I go. Just like the cumin, it's very much in the background. It's a very plantation oud here. It's very much in the background. I really don't get any of it. It's really not easy. It's not kind of hard to notice. It smells kind of on that leathery, warming side of things and it's plantation oud. So it's not deep or dark or animalic really at all here. It's one of those fragrances that if you didn't see oud on the bottle, and if I didn't tell you it had oud in it, a lot of people might think it's just a little bit unique, but they wouldn't be scared off by it. Not at all. This is not a scary fragrance. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap up the review here. I hope that you like this one. I hope that I represented it well. It's a great fragrance for your money. I have, the Nobile, which is also good. There's 4 fragrances in this collection. Really underrated, really underrepresented, and a great value. A really affordable fragrances. Make sure to use the 35% off if the full discount code, on FragranceNet. The 37% for some reason is sometimes down. So use the 35 and you can get this for close to $20. So anyways, guys, have a beautiful one. I hope that you have a great fall. I hope that you smell great. And this is a great one, guys. For the money, for the value, once again. One of the best fragrances that I've ever spent my money on. Money for money, value for value. This one takes the cake. So I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a beautiful day. I hope that you enjoyed my review. If you want to help me out, if you did like what you heard and what you saw here today, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. So I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got, and have a beautiful day. And bye.